Shining bright, sunshine in the sky. Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more
Hello, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Megan.
And together we are
the Fat Girl Flippers.
And this is the Fat Girl Chronicles, our podcast.
So welcome. We'll go through our regular spiel. If you are watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Comment. I guess it's not a bell anymore, like the notification button.
Just a notification button.
Okay, yeah. So click that to let so you know that we're posting a video. We try to do about every 2 weeks, so we are around the 2-week mark now. So
and in 2 weeks from now, you know where we'll be?
I know. We'll be back.
Oh, we'll be home. Oh, and we'll be telling you all about our trip.
Isn't that exciting?
It is.
I'm
like a child. I'm squealing and screaming.
I know.
Look, I got my first Christmas card today, and it was from Jamaica.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's cute. That's cute.
Squirrel.
I want to look at that after. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's awesome. If you want to just do audio, that's cool too. We are on like Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of the mainstream platforms.
All of the podcast platforms.
Yeah, so feel free to listen to us on there as well. So I think we'll just kind of start with our updates, I guess. Quick updates, and then Tammy actually has a really good theme that we're going to chat about today.
I have no updates.
Nothing?
I don't think so. I think my life has been pretty boring. Oh, the update. We went to the Christmas party for
we did go to the
lemonade
Christmas party.
stand, and we had a great time.
That was so much fun.
It was awesome. We got to dress up. We got to go have a nice meal with lots of fun people. We saw the Grinch.
I know.
Yeah, so it was a really good time. Looking forward to, we do bingo when we come back too.
I know.
So that's exciting.
It is so unreal, like, how fast December is going. Like,
and what we've got planned in every, like, corner. And
I know.
We've filled the whole month.
I know. Like, I was saying to my mother-in-law yesterday, I was like, okay, like, last night when I got home from work, I was like, I'll have something every single day until I get back from Ontario. Like, tonight we're doing a hockey game. Tomorrow we're going to Neptune. Sunday we're doing the live. Monday I'm getting my nails done and I'll do deliveries Monday night. Tuesday I've got a work late thing. Wednesday there was something. Wednesday I'm hanging out with a friend. And then Thursday we go. Like, it's just, it's wild.
I really want to get my nails done before we go. I really like to do that, but I tried at the mall a couple times. Didn't work.
Did they even have anybody at the mall anymore?
Yeah, there's a new nail place that opened, and they have quite a few people working for them, but they're always busy.
Where in the mall?
It's just up from the food court. You know where the Hallmark store is? It's right beside that.
Really?
Yeah. I think it went in, what was there before? Ricky's or something.
I can't remember now.
Ricky's, one of those.
I feel like the mall is constantly changing.
Yeah, it was a clothing store that was there, though.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was either, but anyway. Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, that would be nice.
And for anyone who's wondering, I do have hair. I just have it slicked back into this gigantic ponytail.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because that's an update. I cut my hair all up.
Yep.
Not myself. I actually went and got someone to cut it. And because it was falling out in clumps. So now I'm on the regrowth path. And I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, no, and it's glowing. You are glowing.
No, you're glowing.
I know. I guess that would be an update, because I don't know if I had purple hair last time or not.
No.
But anyway.
Now she has magenta.
Yeah, it's kind of like that mix between purple and red, depending on the lighting, actually.
And it's like cherry. It almost looks like cherry red, too.
Sometimes it looks really red. Sometimes you can see the purple in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I wanted to do...
I love the ends. They're purple.
Right? Like, it's still, yeah. So that was really fun. I've known for a couple of months now that I was going to go red, but I didn't tell Richard and a girl named, another one of my friends knew, just because I asked her opinion on it. She used to be red hair, so yeah. So she only very few people knew. I kept it top secret, and I'm surprised I did, because normally I'm like blab about that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really interesting when they bleached it, because it was like neon pink, because it was getting rid of the purple. It was like neon pink, and I was like, oh no. But yeah, no, that was really fun. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just feel like I'm not really super into the Christmassy mood, but I feel like when I get to Niagara, I'm hoping that I'll like start getting into that kind of mood. And yeah, everything else seems to be going okay. Yeah. So did you want to, I'm curious as to how it all came about.
Okay, so, well, it all came about just like everything else in my life. Just like
that?
It was put in my face.
Okay.
So it just came up on my feed, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's interesting, that because society, okay, first of all, I'm going to show you guys the posts so you know. And for anyone who's not on YouTube, it's just a post that was on Facebook, and it shows all the different types of body shapes, how society has labeled people, you know, round, triangular, pear, inverted triangular, square, whatever. So I saw it and I thought, interesting, because sometimes I feel like society tries to shove down our throat what will look good on you, and that's not necessarily the truth.
Right. And interesting to your point, so the picture has like Tammy said, all the shapes or whatever, and at the top of it says dress for your plus size shape. So again, that like note that
like that they're insinuating that you must dress like this or you're gonna look awful.
Yeah, dress this certain way because you're this shape. So Tammy actually posted it on the Facebook.
I posted on our Fat Girl Flippers, and I said, how do you all feel about this? Do you think plus size people have a right to decide what they want to wear? Maybe something makes you feel good or happy, but it is deemed not right for your body shape. Would you wear it anyway?
Yeah.
And then Megan put a reminder on there that we're going live on Sunday night at 7.
Yay!
Anyway, so then it was just the picture of the body shape, and then it was interesting because we had a very varied comments.
But one thing stood out amongst them all, and that was, I wear what I want.
Or what feels good
What
on me.
feels good. That
to me. Or when someone said, well, actually, can we read it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just want to say quickly that it was, because they are, like, some people talked about certain different things, past stuff or whatever, but, like, the common theme was, like, I dress now, what feels good to me. But then a lot of people also reflected that it wasn't always that way. So, like, Tammy will read some of the comments. It was quite interesting, and we'll talk about them
too, because you answered some.
Yeah, we'll talk about them.
This is from one of our top fans.
Regular.
Yeah, well, it even says top fan.
Oh, she comments a lot.
Tara Hughes.
Yeah.
Tara said, I definitely will be open to all suggestions because someone might have a better idea than me. However, I will have the final say. I like to experiment with clothes and styles, and what someone might think doesn't work for me could absolutely end up being a great look. There's nothing ever final when it comes to fashion. And that was a really good point. That last line, there's nothing final when it comes to fashion.
Yeah, and I think, I think about us when we talk about fashion in terms of, like, the wide leg pants, for example. Neither one of us are like, although you've got like a straight leg on right now, but very cute.
Well, they're baby flares or whatever, I think, but they're
not wide.
No.
But like, so we've often talked about, like, we both kind of like leggings. I know for me, I really like leggings, skinny jeans. I'm not really into like the venturing out into the bigger pant legs, but that's for me. And, I look at other women who can wear the wider leg, and a lot of times it looks really, really good. And I think at the end of the day, though, it's like it doesn't even, and a lot of these comments will allude to this, it doesn't even matter whether I think it looks good, honestly, because if you really like it, if you feel confident in it, if you feel safe and secure in it, and it feels great, and you feel like special in it, that's screams more than anything, right? So like at the end of the day, it doesn't even really matter if I'm looking at it and say, oh, I don't really like that. Oh, I really like it. It's really up to you and what feels good for you. But a lot of these comments, like you'll keep reading, reflect that.
And it's funny because I was thinking about it today, and I got this after I had gotten dressed.
Yeah.
And these pants that I have on, I normally wouldn't wear, but I bought them for Fat Girl Flippers, but they had, like, they were worn in the, they had balls in the crotch area.
Right.
If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, so I just threw them on.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, these are kind of cute. And then I pulled them up high because they're high-waisted. Yeah. And then I put this little top on with them. And then I'm like, oh, this is a cute little outfit. I feel good. Like I said to you, I feel good today. And because everything's comfortable. It's not digging in or pulling or itching or whatever.
Right.
And I have no idea what it looks like because I don't even have a full-length mirror in here. So I have no idea.
But it feels good.
It feels good.
It feels good. And it feels a little different than what you normally wear.
And Megan said it looks good. So
it does look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that. So here's another one of our regulars, Angel Nicholson, and she said, in my opinion, the pieces you wear should help you feel confident and comfortable. Exactly what I just said. Comfortable. And I do feel confident. I feel like I could wear this out. I could slap a blazer on with this, and I could wear this on Casual Friday to an office or something,
course.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. I could go to the grocery store, wherever.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel comfortable. Laura Ettinger Turple, who had another top fan, said, for me, I wear what I want for me. It's how I feel, not what others think. If they don't like it, don't look. There are so many problems in the world today rather than worrying about what someone else is wearing. Life is short, so take the trip, eat the cake, and dress however you like. And we're going to take that advice to the letter. We're going to take the trip. We're going to eat the damn cake while we're on the trip. And we're going to dress however we want while we're on the trip.
Yeah, and I think too.
And we're going to take lots of pictures.
I know, I'm so excited about that. And Emma's really, like, Emma will be, we will have.
Photographer extraordinaire.
Yes, we will have lots of photos. But what I really liked about her post and really made me reflect is, like, I wonder if they did, like, research on how often that we are thinking about our bodies, what they look like, the pressure to lose weight, the pressure, not even to lose weight, but I'm going to be more specific, to be skinny.
Yes.
Because oftentimes that's ultimately, it's not even about losing the weight. It's to be skinny. It's to be a certain body type.
Yeah, even if you do lose weight, they still look at you like, oh, you've lost whatever. But you should be at this. This is your ideal weight. And it's like an unachievable goal.
Yeah, so it really is to be skinny. So, like, how many minutes of our lives, how many years of our lives, if you put it all together, are we wasting away just thinking about these things, right? When we could just be enjoying,
we just deserve, every one of us just deserve to enjoy life and go out there and have fun and be silly and let your inner child out, and I hope we get a chance to do that on this trip. I think we will.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to see my cousin Katie.
Yes.
And my cousin Brad and Penny. I can't wait to see them.
Are they going to come to the falls yet? Do you know?
I'm not sure if they're going to come to the falls, but I'm going to probably invite them over on Sunday.
Yay!
Before you guys go to the concert, so you can meet them, and then you guys can go out on.
Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah. So I thought maybe I'd invite them over and, like, order some pizzas or something.
Yeah, that's so nice. Oh, that's so nice.
So, okay, here's another comment from another customer, Dawn Vino Hearn.
Oh, I like this one.
I wear whatever I'm comfortable in. I used to worry about getting told that I was too fat, but I wear the bikini, the shorts, and my new philosophy is, if you don't like what I'm wearing, don't look. I love that.
I do too.
I remember at work one day in the lunchroom, a male co-worker made a rude comment as someone asked what I wore while in a tanning bed, and I said a two-piece suit, and he said, "You wear a bikini?" I proudly said, "Yes, I do, and my husband loves it." Oh, I had other words I wanted to say, but bit my tongue. He never said a word. He's still single, LOL. So rock the dress, wear what you love, and I love watching you ladies and body positivity. Keep it up.
Yeah, I enjoy that, and I think Yeah, that's so powerful.
I want to comment on the man making the young man or whatever at her work. I think men, unless they're asked their opinion, should keep their mouths shut about what women
really
are wearing.
Really, like,
yes, but I mean, like, for a man,
yeah,
I think just
there's so much more at play, like dynamics, gender dynamics.
Like men have historically
mm-hmm.
squashed down women about
mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So hearing that just makes my blood boil, hearing that a man made a comment on what she was wearing, because like how would that ever have any influence on him at all, ever?
Yeah, exactly.
And what would be his point in commenting?
Right, exactly.
Right? Like, there's no point.
Yeah. And I think it, too, goes back to, and we won't dive too much into this, but, like, when we had done that post, we had talked about, there was that post about the pool and saying, you know, women had to dress a certain way to be able to go into the pool, but there was no restrictions for the guy or whatever. And you're right, there is like a certain gender dynamic, like a power imbalance there, like a historical power imbalance, and a historical kind of like sexualizing of a woman's body, and
men feeling like they have a right to tell people, especially women, what
about their bodies.
Yeah, and what looks good, what doesn't look good, what their opinion is, even if they're not asked.
Yeah, that's so true. And I love that, you know, I'm also kind of sensing, you know, and as I'm like into my 30s now, like I feel as if, you know, when you're really young, and oh, you weren't there. There's a comic book, The Future Me is Fat, or the Future of Me is Fat, or Fat Future. Anyway, it's something along those lines. And, you know, she really goes through her lifetime, as in, like, when she was young, how she viewed a fat body, when she was a preteen, when she was a teen, when she was in her 20s. And I do feel there's a certain, like, as you age, you start to look at the world and bodies differently. It doesn't necessarily get easier, like, even at 33. I mean, I'm still...
You're 33?
Yeah.
Holy shit, when did you get to be 33? I thought you were still in your 20s.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Richard's 35?
He's 2 years older than me, I think.
Oh my God, you guys are just, I thought you were babies.
I know,
You're turning into a grown-up.
I know. But that's what I mean, shit. Like, you know, I do feel with age...
Comes wisdom.
And I think that there's something really special about that. Yeah.
I can tell you with age comes wisdom.
Yeah.
And with age comes, you reflect a lot more before you speak.
Yeah.
You think about things a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, let's go back to the comments. This is another sweetheart we have, Jana Husk.
I'm wondering with Jana's, did you want to read, because she commented a couple of times. I don't know if you want to read all of them at once. Or if there's certain ones you want to leave, or...
Let's see. Oh yeah, hers are very long.
Yeah.
I'll just...
Let's start with this one and then we'll just go from there.
I think we all have a right to wear what we feel comfortable in, and I have never understood or followed body shape recommendations. I wear clothes that feel comfortable and unrestrictive on my body, that appeal to me regardless of what's in style, and make me feel confident when I look in the mirror. That's pretty powerful, you know.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to just go out there and grab... Well, I guess you and I do that when we thrift. We just grab what appeals to us.
Yeah, and that's that. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
This post is actually really, like, it's worth reading the full thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
This does mean I avoid clothes I think look awesome on thinner bodies. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. This does mean I avoid clothes I think look awesome on thinner bodies. I am at peace with choosing not to expose parts of my body I feel sensitive about. I love seeing how younger and some older women and girls in large bodies feel confident in clothes I can't imagine wearing in public. It's given me confidence to wear my favorite tight purple leggings in public because I love the color and pockets and the way they hug my body and make me feel secure. That particular paragraph, so powerful. And
that makes me want to cry that
I know.
Jana, that you haven't worn your leggings because of... Yeah. you know, maybe society, the way that you think that society will view you.
Yeah.
Geez, pajama pants have been like normalized in society, so
yeah.
I wouldn't worry about your leggings.
Well, she can now wear them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And I love that you kind of say I'm a big believer in, and Tammy and I have actually talked about this recently, because I'm doing like a lot of DBT training and things like that, and you know, the power of like two truths being reality. And so in this, there's two truths in that. It's like, I'm at peace with being sensitive about certain parts of my body, not showing certain parts of my body, not wearing styles that skinnier bodies wear. And I love when I see other plus size, fat, big women and men and all types of people and humans and genders wear those things that I'm at peace not wearing. And I think that is so powerful, because you're not saying, you're coming from a place of total like not jealousy, right? Because it would be very easy to be in your space and be like, you know, F Megan for wearing that crop top, because if I can't feel I can wear a crop top, if I'm not wearing a crop top, she shouldn't be wearing a crop top. She looks horrible in it. She's like, you can spiral that way. This whole like sentence here, this whole paragraph here screams, I'm good with not wearing that stuff. I'm good with kind of being more traditional plus size and covering parts of my body. I'm good with not kind of experimenting a little bit. And I love when other people do that. So powerful. She says, I tend to go for more basic pieces that I can keep and wear for a decade or longer. I've just never been super into fashion, and I'm often happier in men's shirts, belts, shoes, because they're practical, sturdy, and comfortable. Absolutely. Fabric materials feel nicer. The shirts are longer and tighter to my body, which helps me feel confident my belly won't be exposed. Absolutely. I love that. I love this next sentence. I loathe plus size sections full of oversized shirts and gigantic flowers. Yep. The same shirts I thought looked horrible on my mom and every other fat woman in the 80s. I see the cute clothes in the general section and am incensed. Incensed?
Yeah, incensed.
Yeah, that they pick the ugliest, most unflattering items to make in larger sizes. It feels like being punished and shamed in the store by the companies that make clothes. And so true. So true. And I love when I see on TikTok plus size influencers like going into Torrid and be like, oh, look what I'm finding at Torrid. And it's mocking. Oh. It's mocking the styles.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You know who Catherine, the one that says Talking Tummy.
Yeah.
She goes into the...
Oh, does she do that?
She's a 2X or
okay.
like a XXL.
Yeah.
And she'll go into like Abercrombie and try on extra large. And she'll like try on go in regular size stores.
Yeah.
And try to fit into the like XLs or XXLs.
Right.
And you know, some are really good, some are really bad.
Yeah. No, because I think you're right. Like, even when you go, like, to the Walmart, like, in Walmart, the plus size section, it's like,
ew.
You know, I love Disney. Do I want Mickey Mouse
on
all
everything
over
you own?
My t-shirts? No. Like, so, you know, while it's fun to have some of those pieces, and we certainly do have floral that we sell.
Yeah, and
but, it's not, and trying to bring other stuff.
There's nothing wrong with floral in it. It's I think she's talking the big boxy oversized floral that doesn't have any shape.
That being the only freaking option, right?
And the other thing is them shoving the plus size stuff to the back of the stores.
Yes.
That drives me insane.
Yes. Her last paragraph says, I don't enjoy the limitations and pain associated with living in a body of my size. I do everything I can to be healthy, and I will not subject myself to medications or procedures that make me physically ill, no matter how many doctors try to bully me into the promise of thinness. That is insanely powerful. Or that I have seen accelerate the death of other fat women. I will not starve myself, and I will not accept shame for the size and shape of my body. It's lived through enough trauma. Yes.
We're with you.
Yes,
Jana, we're standing right beside you holding your hand, girl.
Yeah, I just love that. I just love that.
I don't know if you're listening to this or you'll hear this, but thank you for sharing that, because that's deeply personal, and I think it hits us all with a note of we can we can feel it.
And you know what the sickening thing too is? Like, it doesn't even matter what you do. Megan Trainor is a perfect example of this. She had, you know, whatever, the body base song, you know, all about, you know, curves, and she was like mid-size, I would say, and she was all about, you know, the curves and everything. And then I don't know if she actually, I think she's one that claims she didn't have Ozempic, but I think there's anyway, she ended up losing an immense amount of weight. So now she's too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it doesn't even matter. It literally does not even matter what you do, because there's always going to be people, always, whether you're too big, you're too small, you're too this, you're too that, all the time. And so you're right. We're now kind of going back and back and back and back. There's a lot of discourse around how thin the bodies of Ariana.
Kelly Osbourne. I saw her today, and they were saying Ozempic and grief do not go well together. She looks like death.
Right. So again, like, we're just like constantly commenting.
I remember Kelly Osbourne used to be so cute.
Yeah. And we're just like constantly commenting on people's bodies, and so there's a lot of discourse right now around Wicked, the two main characters in Wicked, them both, their thinness of their bodies. So it's like no matter what you do, and you're right, we are in an era of Ozempic and weight loss. We're backsliding. COVID brought this kind of
back in the
uplifting
90s. There was a wave of, and I can't remember, it started with O2, and I can't remember what the medication was. It was a pill, and it did basically the same thing Ozempic does.
Right.
And the doctors were pushing it like, because those were the days where the drug companies gave you a cruise if you gave out so many prescriptions and things like that. But I remember the doctor giving it to me, and I remember thinking, what's gonna happen when I stop this?
Right.
Right? And exactly what I thought was what happened. I gained it all back, plus more.
Yep. So Sherry says, if I like what I see in the mirror, it stays on. If I don't like it, off it comes. Having said that, I am a very conservative person and dress accordingly. Perfect. So you know what your style is.
And sounds
same thing.
Like a confident, you know, like, I know what I like to wear and I'm going to wear it.
Exactly. Same thing with Troy Lynn. I wear what I feel good in. Don't care if others like it or not. Perfect. Joe Wright. There's days I'm comfortable in clothes that hug my body, or some that look flattering on whatever makes me happy stays on me. It took me years to be able to be comfortable in my own skin. Again, that, like, as you get older,
I was
and process things. Yeah.
That is a big deal. When you get older, you care less what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And you do more of what you want.
Yeah. Michelle, I really like her comment. Clothes to me are my armor. They protect me, keep me safe. I have never had a feeling of joy from them. Watching your lives and the joy you have over clothes really has made me ask myself, can I have joy in what I'm wearing? Not just a functional purpose, but an emotional one too. It's a new concept for me, and I'm so grateful for you both for showing me this. I want to talk about that a little bit, right? Like, you know, when I was 16 and I started at Chanel, I was 15 when I was hired, and I started like maybe 5 days after I turned 16. I'd always wanted to work at Chanel and Pennington's, and like, this was my goal right here, what Michelle is saying, right? Like, clothes have way more weight, pun intended, than people think. It's not just something you put on your body.
No.
It can be political. It's a statement. It's power. It's, you know, how we view ourselves. It's how we express ourselves. Like, clothes matter.
Mm-hmm.
They actually matter quite a bit. And so I love this. Can I have joy in what I'm wearing? Yes, and you should.
Yes.
You
100%.
absolutely should. Just what Tammy was talking about earlier. I put this on, I liked it, I found joy in my shirt and my belt. I haven't worn these kind of pants in a while. Like, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good. And that shows in her whole aura. Absolutely, you should feel joy in what you're wearing. 1,000%.
And if you don't, you need to go on a shopping trip with us.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what the thing too is? Sometimes, because sometimes it's like, okay, I don't like anything I have and I gotta buy all new. And trust me, Tammy and I are much like
We
this.
flip our wardrobe as much as we flip clothes to you.
I know, it's brutal. But you know what? You can play with something. Like I talked about on the last podcast, I was really curious about like the mini skirts and the oversized sweatshirts. I tried it. I absolutely loved it. Could care less whether anybody thought I looked good in it. I loved it. I felt confident in it. I thought it was super cute.
Same as the dress I wore to the Christmas party. I have not worn a short dress in
exactly
since 1995.
Exactly.
So I wore a short dress.
Yeah.
And tall. Did I wear tall boots?
No, you wore.
What did I
wear?
wear?
Your cowboy boots?
Yes, I wore
Yes,
my
you
cowboy
did.
boots.
Yes, you did. Yeah, so play with stuff. If stuff you already have in your closet, mix a couple patterns. Like just go on TikTok and look up some fashion trends and see what speaks to you.
Right now I'm into leopard print. Why? I don't know, because I've never liked leopard print in my whole life.
Just
never.
makes her feel good.
But now it makes me feel like rich auntie.
Yeah.
But
Carla.
that's Megan, rich auntie.
Carla said, "I believe that all people have a right to wear what they want, but I believe you need to consider whether it is an appropriate choice for where you're going. In all things, I believe common sense and self-respect play a part." So yeah, so what I gathered from Carla, and we had kind of a conversation around it, was, you know, like, I took from that is, you know, wear what you want, what you're comfortable in. Don't go in a snowstorm in a bathing suit. You know, that's kind of what I took from it. That's how I perceived it. And so I think, yeah, that's kind of how I had perceived it.
I've done the bathing suit in a snowstorm.
Yeah, and
for a photo shoot, really.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
She said it's about wearing things that are flattering for sure, but they are appropriate for the a place or event you're attending. For example, I probably would not wear the same outfit to a funeral that I would a beach party. That being said, I still feel comfortable and attractive to both events. And she said, yeah, so like you can feel really sexy. It's two truths can be the same. You can feel really sexy in your bathing suit, but you could also like really get frostbite if you're in the snowstorm. Sue Morrison said, I wear what I like. Perfect.
And she buys it from us.
Yeah. The other things, Jana, it was just Jana, the last two comments she had said, I don't
think I got a chance to read them.
Okay, so. I'll read them now and then. Yeah, so her second comment was, I have a deep-seated fear of my belly being seen that comes from horrible memories of being publicly shamed and criticized for wearing a beautiful red fairy silk knit sweater to work because occasionally an inch of my skin would show when I was a skinny young adult. I loved that sweater. It was the best thing I owned, and I was thrilled I could afford it on sale. I was unable to purchase shirts off the rack that were long enough to avoid the sin of skin in the early 2000s. I worked with the teenager girls who were constantly policed and criticized by the same coworkers. At some point, one of my residential programs I worked at institutes a jail-like uniform that provided to only female clients to keep their bellies covered. So again, we talked about that a little bit with the pool, right? Like the policing of women's bodies. Mm-hmm. Public policing of women's and girls' bodies and clothing occurs at every size. Yep. It's inappropriate and horribly damaging. And I remember it being a standard practice at school by the time I was 10. Don't show your bra strap.
You know what I remember? I remember in our health class, they kept weighing us. They would weigh us all the time.
Really?
Yes, and it was the most embarrassing thing because they would weigh you in front of the class.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't have that.
I think they discontinued that after the,
Yeah.
But, yeah, we used to get weighed on the regular.
I can remember the only time I've ever encountered, being weighed or my weight was questioned. I mean, I've always, been made fun of or whatever, but, actually weight questioned was we had gone to Montreal for a big school trip. I would have been junior high or elementary, maybe it was grade 6, grade 5, I don't know. Anyway, we did this big trip to Montreal. We went to this space camp thing. I was super excited, and they had this anti-gravity machine thing. And so he was letting his students on or whatever, and in front of all of my peers, he was like, how much do you weigh? I was like, I don't, I mean, at this point I've already done Weight Watchers and stuff with my mom. So obviously at this point weight is already in my mind, it's already on my mind. So I just remember feeling like, I think he asked if I was over 200 pounds or something, and I was I was under 200 pounds, but he didn't believe me. So I was like, no, I'm under. He's like, the weight limit is 200 pounds. It's like, no, I'm under. Anyway, he didn't let me ride it. And so that really, really stuck with me. So you're right. Yeah. Like the constant policing. The other thing she said, her last comment was, and can someone explain to me how these shapes account for women like me who have tits the size of melons? Because even when I was an extremely athletic, ridiculously thin 14-year-old, I was unable to purchase a bra off the rack that fit my boobs, and also needed that extremely small band size, and that made me believe I was fat. So a bigger bust size, but really small band size, but because you couldn't find that cup size, right? And you're right. Again, I think it comes down to this, like, even unconscious policing of bodies and sizes, right? Oh, you're a pear. Oh, you're a square.
Working at Zellers as in my early 20s in the ladies' wear department, and we did not carry anything bigger than a size 18.
Right.
And in bras, the biggest size we carried was a C38.
That is wild.
Right off the rack, that was what you carried. If anything came in a bigger size, that's why people used to go across the border to shop in the States.
Right.
Because there were plus size stores. At that point, there was no Penningtons, there was no, like, there were no plus size stores. So, yeah, and Zellers was the big, Zellers and Kmart were the places you shop. But our stock came from head office, and the buyers only bought up to a size 18, so that they thought that a C38 bra was good enough for everybody.
Yeah.
And pantyhose, I can remember everybody had to wear pantyhose to work. That was the thing. Pantyhose were a requirement, and closed-toe shoes. But pantyhose only came in regular sizes. They weren't plus size. So I had to try and squeeze myself into, and the crotch would always rip out.
Of course.
Yeah. So it was just humiliating, uncomfortable, and then I get chub rub, and you know, like,
I'm like in pain thinking
because
about how
sweaty
awful that
nylons, and anyway,
but that didn't fit properly.
No.
And
then you had to, it was awful. I can remember having to, because we had to, like, size and color code the racks. I'm sure you know from working at Pennington's, same thing. And I remember just exactly what Jana said. The plus sizes, which were size 12 to 18, were gigantic, floral, ugly, oversized either sweatshirts with a big, like, kitten and flowers or something on the front of it, or they were blouses, but they were polyester, gross, and just horrid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I used to go home at night and dream of the plus size clothes that came from the States.
Yeah, and I mean, totally. Even today, like, when I'm using Walmart specifically because, like, I was there recently, and it, they do have a couple of one or two lines that might have, like, some cute pieces.
The Eloquii stuff they sometimes carry is nice.
It's nice. But oftentimes it's like
most of their stuff is boxy.
But there's, like, t-shirts with, like, Disney characters, but then also, like, French, like, just, like, random, like, oui or
bonjour,
Paris or Rome. Like, I've never been to Paris. I don't want it on a t-shirt.
We don't want graphic t-shirts that look like tourist merchandise from another country.
Because that's what they're showcasing. I was like, what? I don't see any of that in a smaller
other
size
store.
Like,
no. What
is happening?
For crap's sake, at least give me black leggings and an oversized sweater for the winter.
I know. It's amazing when you think about it.
Don't get me started on wide calf boots, because that just blows my mind that you cannot buy boots to fit your legs.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just so many things.
Up until, and I will never forget this moment, when Kathy bought those boots for me.
Yeah.
I have never had boots that fit my legs.
Yeah, like
never.
Tall boots. Yeah.
Yeah, like knee-high boots that fit my legs. And getting them, that was a momentous moment in my life.
Yeah.
And people might think, a pair of boots? But it was huge to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still have my boots.
Yeah.
And I wear them.
Yeah.
proudly.
And I think it also speaks, like, all of these conversations and a lot of the comments too. So the layer, like, the common themes were like, you know, I just kind of wear what I want when I want, or what feels comfortable. But another couple of people, like Michelle had mentioned, you know, watching our lives, or like watching what we wear and stuff. And I'm always conscious about being representing something. Like, I read a lot of I read exclusively plus size romance books, and that representation in romance matters. It's changed my life. And I think too, like, what we do also matters, because we're representing.
Well, and a lot of the comments reflect that. They talk about us giving confidence, or giving body positivity, or, you know, showcasing or telling what would look good on what, you know.
Or
not
what,
telling, suggesting.
Yes.
Or how we would wear something.
Suggesting, like, a piece could be for, like, a nighttime, but then also for the office, like, showing people how they can play with different outfits.
Come up with different ideas for, that's how you build a capsule wardrobe, is by using pieces that can be worn in different ways, so they look like different pieces.
Of course. And I think it's important to acknowledge that we're not innocent either. We've probably said a million times on our live, this is flattering, this would look good on this sort of body.
I do that all the time, and I don't do it out of disrespect, of course, because of my, you know,
it's ingrained.
It's something that and especially my generation, it's really hard sometimes to be politically correct, because I grew up in a generation where there wasn't anything about political correctness or anything like that. And I know that, yes, we all can learn, but it is even Michelle's
ingrained.
Michelle speaks of it too sometimes, about the era that we grew up in, and what the way or words that we use to describe things may not be politically correct now. And it's difficult, and that's why, like, saying things like that have been ingrained. And so I will say, when I pick up a dress with an empire waist, oh, this would look good on somebody who is smaller in the waist and bigger in the butt. You know, I would just say that, because I would wear that, and I would get compliments on that, and that's the shape of body I have. So.
And I mean, for me, it's ingrained because at Additional and Pennington's, I mean, I can remember doing a whole training on, like, on denim, on what kind of denim looks good on this shape or that shape. Like, I mean, looking at making clothes flattering, it is, like, seriously ingrained, like, it's, like, molded into our brains. So absolutely,
well, I mean,
you'll hear us slip up.
Well, 1,000%. And even when we're shopping, if we're shopping together, we'll pull something out and look at it, and we'll be like, you know, like, and we're automatically going through our head, well, would that look good on da-da-da-da-da, who would buy that, blah, you know, like, because we know people's styles and what they wear. So we're always thinking of, you know, whose body this would look good on.
So it's a journey, right? It's a journey.
And we're all on it together.
Another concept that I love, Tammy can laugh at me because I've done this training, I'm like all in. You know, when you do learn something and you're just, like, super excited about it.
You're so eager to share it with everyone.
So, like, this idea of, like, radical acceptance, right? Like, just
remember when I said that to you? And now I remember you just, you know, like, oh, okay, whatever. And I was so excited about it. Like,
I think it's a great concept. And
it is.
You know, and I think that's also which I've always believed in and I've been very passionate about, which is, like, two truths can be the same, right? So, like, we can firmly believe that the policing of bodies stems from things like this, like, know your shape, and we can also really struggle with rewiring our brains, right?
Because our brains have pathways, and the pathways are like, the way I remember is the pathways are like muck, like driving a truck through muck. There's these ruts. So those are the pathways that your brain has learned. So you have to come in with the bulldozer and create a new road. And that's not easy. That's hard work.
That is really hard work.
You have to, you know, tow out that truck and flatten out those ruts, and then, you know, get a new vehicle and start all over again. It's hard. So give yourself grace, because we do. And you know, radical acceptance is something that in the last year I have practiced more than I think I ever have. And I think I've come to a point where I'm much more happy and content, and I have kind of given my worries to the world, to the universe, to whoever. Sorry about that little
No, that's good.
personal rant, but
No, that's good.
Radical acceptance is a good thing.
It is, and I think just, I think we're all learning and growing and doing, and it is really hard when we're living in a world that's constantly policing bodies and looks and actions and behaviors, and you're trying to fit everybody into this box, and it gets really tight in that box. Not everybody can fit in it, and so it can be really, really challenging.
And the thing about, like, you're talking about, like, weight limits on rides and things.
Yeah.
The trauma and stress that creates. Okay, like, if you're like you saying you were very close to the weight limit or whatever, but you weren't there. I get that, because, like, I can know that there's a lot of things that have weight limits. Just since being on the board of Lemonade Stand and trying to find events.
Right, especially for things like that.
Everything we go to do has some sort of weight attached to it.
Yep.
Kayaking, the kayaks are too narrow, or the weight capacity is too low. You can't go zip lining if you're over such and such a weight. There's things like you can't go on a boat, for example, because the wheelchairs are too heavy, or blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like,
always a weight.
Yeah, it's always about weight, and it's kind of discouraging, because I find that they want plus size people to be active, and they want plus size people to be healthy, but they don't make equipment, and they don't make things so that we can enjoy and do activities that are physical.
Yep. Yeah.
Why put small weight limits on things that people could enjoy, get exercise, get out in the fresh air, socialize, not be isolated, all of those things that come with sometimes being overweight.
Yep, absolutely.
So I just wish that some of those things would change.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree.
That organizations that run these things would have thoughts of that.
Yep, I agree.
Nothing for us without us.
Yeah, well, this is it, right? So I guess for future, I'm just gonna keep on carrying on, like, wearing what I like, what feels comfortable, like wearing things that I'm curious about, kind of saying yes to me, yes to what feels good, and just trying to, like, hold space for people that aren't there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
yeah. For me, I want to continue my journey of exploring different things, because that's been part of what I've been doing this year, is just trying different things and seeing what I like and what I don't like, and I want to continue to do that.
I love that. All right. Well, with that,
we love you.
We love you.
Sun shine in the sky, Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding, no more feeling small. We're taking up space, standing proud and tall. Our voice is strong, our stories to be heard, challenging the stereotypes, flipping the world, the Chronicles.